Hi everyone, so today I am going to be looking at some really fun and interesting advent calendars for my children. I've got 3 kids, they are now 4, 9 and 10. I wanted to give them something a little bit different this year and a little bit more interesting and thoughtful. Okay, so I've got 3 kids and 5 advent calendars. So first of all, I'm going to put the additional calendars on the side and I'm going to talk to you about my main 3. So my 2 boys really love chocolate, so I think they would have murdered me if I'd have not got them something with some kind of sweet sugar chocolate inside. So for the boys, I've gone for these Play and Choc organic chocolate surprise and toy. They are really quite lovely looking, and I'm not a massive fan of the brightly coloured, crazy children's looking advent calendars. So these I think look really chic. There's one for each of my boys. So opening up the first one, I mean, you can immediately see why I'm in love with these. They're such gorgeous little treats and such a lovely box. On the side it says 2 organic chocolates wrapped in home compostable film, which is kind of cool, and a 3D puzzle toy and fun fact cards made from recycled board. 6 toys to collect, all made in the UK. Okay, so I am going to open one and try and reseal it for my kids, who'll be very cross with me if I've opened their advent early. So here we go, Play and Choc. Choc's 3D puzzle, fun fact cards, stencils, play box. Now, take a look at this. Very, very elegantly done. So in the middle, you've got these lovely little cards, and here you've got 2 organic chocolates. I mean, I guess it makes up for 6 days of Advent if you get 2 chocolates in every Advent box. So I'm just going to give you an example of what these boxes are like. So the first little card says, "Did you know an elf is a mythical creature originating from German folklore? Elves are said to have magical powers and capable of helping people, most famously helping Santa prepare toys in his workshop in the North Pole, all year round for delivery on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day." They are very sweet cards, really beautifully written and really easy to read. And the heading or the title is Elf. So next you have this little elf puzzle, and it is just so sweet. So you obviously cut these out and not quite cut them out, just push them out and create your own little elf. And I just think that's so lovely and so thoughtful. Right, so that's this one over here. And then the next one is the 12-day advent calendar, 12 organic chocolates and surprise toys. Dairy, nut, gluten and plastic free. That's really lovely, because for those kids out there who have gluten allergies, I think it's really nice to be able to have, you know, advent calendars that work for them. Sorry, I've got to do that again because that was really fab. Okay, look at this, guys. It's not just a thoughtful advent calendar, it is beautifully laid out. And I've said this before, but my children appreciate beautiful things and don't really want multicolored advent calendars. So this is really lovely. I really love that. It's beautifully colored, beautifully laid out. They've gone to so much trouble with these lovely drawers, and they are drawers. Okay, so I will just open the first one and pull out this little drawer. So here, this child gets 1 chocolate, I guess because it's a 12-day advent. And then again, similarly to the other box, if you take out the cards, there's a little message, which I think is quite nice, because of course it's encouraging your child to read, and also indirectly to learn a little bit more about Christmas and learn a little bit more about the history of where all things Christmas originated. Did you know the modern Christmas tree originated in Estonia? Did you know that? I didn't know that. The modern Christmas tree originated in Estonia, Latvia. I did not know that. And Germany, around 500 years old. Originally decorated with roses, how beautiful. Made of coloured paper. I would like to see one of these original Christmas trees. Does anyone have pictures of these original rose decorated Christmas trees? They must be stunning. Apples, wafers and tinsel. In later years, candles were added and then later electric lights. The world's tallest cut Christmas tree was over 67 metres tall. I would like one of them. The 67-metre Christmas tree. Well, frankly, that sounds beautiful, and I would love my children to know a little bit more about, you know, the origins of all of the things that we do. Right, now for my daughter, my one and only little girl. I have got her a charm bracelet advent calendar, which I think is so lovely for a little girl. I have to say my daughter isn't a big fan of chocolates and sweets. Well, maybe sweets, but anyway, she's not a big fan of chocolates. So advent calendars don't really do it for her. And I think a charm bracelet advent calendar is something that she would absolutely love. I'm not sure with this one if I can actually show you inside every box, because I really would have to tear it apart. But I'm gonna take the top wrapper off. Again, what I really love about this is just how beautiful the box is. I mean, it really is a pretty box, almost looks like a jewellery box, you know, and doesn't have that sort of brash colour all over it. So, you know, for me, that's a lovely looking advent calendar and really nicely thought through. So I haven't seen this before, but let me undo this. That is very, very elegant and very pretty. I think this is going to have to be my next favourite, if not my favourite. And it's just stunning. I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay, I didn't see this. This actually comes off. So for a minute, I was thinking there are only 9 days, but actually this pops off. How elegant. And then you get the rest of the days. So it's up until the day of Christmas. Oh, well, that's lovely. And then you get your bigger Christmas gift on Christmas Day. That's very, very sweet. And of course, you know, this box may be the Christmas gift, so that you then have a jewellery box to store all of your beautiful jewellery in. And if you want to have a little look, you would get your bracelet and then you would make your bracelet up with all of the charms. That is very lovely, because she really loves jewellery making, so that's absolutely lovely. And you can see the charms on here. So actually it might be a good idea, if you do get one of these, to take off this cover, because you'll then, you know, she won't necessarily see what she's getting before she gets it. So that's quite a nice idea to just take this off. Charm bracelet advent calendar contains 23 charms and a bracelet. That's really lovely. So this is the next advent calendar, and this is supposed to be a time machine. I have no idea what age it's for, because I can't really find where it says that, but it looks like it needs to be really 8+, unless you've got super, super, super smart, crazy clever kids, because it took me 5 or 10 minutes to work out with a team of 3 here. So let me just explain what this is. It's a time machine, and at the top you've got this very cool dial, and you shift the dial around until you get the right day over here, and then it corroborates with a shape picture, and then you find that picture inside, and then you get to open it up and have your little chocolate. So I guess it would be somewhere anywhere here, and I think they are only chocolates, if I'm not mistaken, but I just think it's one of those very, very interesting advents that you know, for the more technical kids, this would be a lot of fun. Okay, so here it is. This, interestingly, was, I think, the least expensive of them all. This was $9.99, so, you know, very inexpensive, but very thoughtful. This is the Storybook Collection, and who doesn't want a storybook collection full of Disney stories? I think that's so lovely and such a nice either gift or just an advent calendar for your own children. So I'm going to open it up, and that really is very, very special. I had honestly been looking for something with a reading book, so an advent calendar where every day was a different book, and I couldn't find one, which surprised me a little bit. So if anybody knows of any advent calendars with mini books for kids, I would love to know, because I would love something like that either this year or next year for my own children, and also to give as gifts, because they really are lovely gifts, advent calendars. So number one is over here, and I'm not sure if I can open this or if I'm going to ruin it for them, but I'm going to try not to. Right, that was really easy to open up. It seems like it's in a little wrapper. So, oh, this is lovely. That is lovely. So on the first day, it's an Aristocat-ic Christmas. A heavy snowfall had blanketed Paris. In the morning sun, the city's walks and towers sparkled like icing on a cake. So actually, I mean, I don't know, depending on your kid's age, this could be something that they either read as they get a little bit older. So my kids could definitely read this, the older ones. But for my younger son, who's only 4, this would still be really lovely, because it could be a bedtime advent that you pick out every night and then read as a small story time. I would love to know, of all of these calendars, what is your number one? Which one would you pick? Have you bought one? Did you buy a different one that I haven't included that you think I should include? Are any of these your favorites, or do you think they're all terrible? And do you think we should just stick to our regular chocolate? I really wanted something different, really wanted something unique, and I definitely feel I've got a really good selection here. But let me know what your thoughts about these are, but also about maybe your own advent calendars, or an advent calendar that you've had in the past that has really inspired you or that you've really enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. My next video coming up is going to be on adult advent unique calendars. So do stay tuned, or come back in and watch my next video on adult advent calendars, unique ones.